and let us all do we can to build a better future.
They're at it again. Cenk and TYT. Their hypocrisy is showing. All of a sudden now, out of the blue, out of the vote blue, no matter who madness that they seem pretty much knee deep in, waist deep in, Cenk and company are now automatically saying something that everyone in independent media has been saying for years. Biden's not popular. Oh no, the Democrats are running with a failed candidate. All of a sudden, Cenk is saying the same things that we here at Hardlands Media have been saying. Everyone at Revolutionary Blackout Network has been saying. What Jimmy Dore has been saying. What Joe Rogan and everybody, everyone, even all of you, I'm tracking all of you in this. We have all seen this firsthand. What is wrong with the Biden-Harris administration? We know firsthand just how bad it is. And yet, they're playing this game like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. So here, apparently Cenk is calling for what? A rebellion? He's calling for common sense? Do you even believe it now? It's too little too late, but yet here, Cenk reacts to a new poll that shows over 70% of Americans and 51% of Democrats don't want Joe Biden to run again in 2024. Well, guess what, Cenk? He's running again. Here, watch this. Hold on. If you're going to vomit in your brains, just keep it in until it's over.
Number two, why are only two choices, two people who are deeply disliked in this country, nearly hated in this country? And if you're in Washington, I just broke your heart because I said Biden might be hated. He's at 38%. Learn math. Look, my whole life before the establishments just started flat out lying about stuff like this, I would read in every article now for an incumbent, being under 50% is a really bad state of affairs. It's a near death knell. And that held true for the great majority of elections. He ain't even near 50%. He's at 38, okay? But yet everyone in Washington is going, oh, no. He's really popular. And he did all of these amazing things. He didn't even get voting rights passed. He didn't get minimum wage passed. He didn't get paid family leave, paying at polls at 84%, didn't get it.
Now hold on there, Cenk. Wait a minute. You're talking about not getting minimum wage pass, health care. Gee, I remember in 2021, a few things took place during that year that you and your fantastic friends in TYT, Majority Report, and everyone else seem to be very vocal against. First, we'll start off with your old pal, Jimmy Dore, Chicago's very own, who is calling for a tactic that the DSA have in their handbook called, you guessed it, you love it, called Force the Vote. Force a vote for Medicare for all. And what did Cenk Uygur and his crew do? Well, first, Cenk was actually on board with it. This is a fact. Even Sammy Boy Cedar, too. They were on board with it. And then something happened. It's either one, they probably got a phone call, or I don't know, something grinded their gears and they decided to be against it. They were saying, we got to keep our powder dry so we can get this, folks. Get this. Hold on. Everyone calm down. But get this. Keep our powder dry and we save that ammunition, and eventually we're going to push Biden to the left. We hold his feet to the fire and he'll start agreeing with us. Yeah, that never happened. There was another thing that took place in 2021 called the March for Medicare for All. Cenk was against that too, because, I don't know, got to keep our powder dry, you know, or we can't attack or be critical of the progressive Democrats in the House. We can't be critical of the squad, the same squad that he helped create, Justice Democrats, who no longer even go on his show anymore. He made them what they are, and they don't even go on his show anymore. Oh, what about, the minimum wage? When Cinema did her little curtsy thumbs down. Oh, well, next time. At least according to Fat Tony, I mean Cenk Uygur. Oh, and wait, there was one other thing. Remember that General Strike Summit that was hosted by RBN? Oh, yeah, Cenk and friends were against that too. And now, they're saying, well, Biden got nothing done. Huh. And it's almost like those kids are still in cages.
To pass. He didn't get any of this stuff passed. They're pretending that he passed his agenda when he only passed at most 15% of his agenda. 85% ran into a wall and he didn't give a damn. He didn't even try. Look, guys, look at how incompetent Biden is. Like I said, paid family leave at 84%. Why don't you reintroduce it? Well, that would be progressive and I'm going right.
Oh, wow. Thank goodness that we got you. Cenk? Here, DNC has already announced that it will not allow any debates in 2024 primary. Biden is not to be challenged. Everyone on the Democratic side must shut up and fall in line. Not having debates is undemocratic and ridiculous. No progressive should agree to this kind of power grab. This almost seems like a tweet that anyone, at least that Harlan's media has worked with, has said in the past. Almost seems like, give or take, add a few words. But I'm willing to bet even Jimmy Dore would write something like this. Cenk, what's going on? Did that Katzenberg cash well dry up? Is something going on, or is this what I think it is? It's all manufactured, and Cenk is putting on a show. Hey, let's have democracy in the chat. You think this little outrage by Cenk and friends at TYT is this manufactured outrage in order to make them sound relevant again? Maybe in order to build up the hype around Marianne Williamson or whoever else they want to pick? Because again, folks, now that Biden's made his announcement that he's going to run, you know what that means, right? I'm sorry, Bernie Sanders sycophants. Bernie said he's not going to run if Joe is going to run for re-election. That means we're going to see Bernie put on his cheerleading outfit for Joe 30330, his good friend, his buddy, his friend, Joe Biden. And the reason why I'm saying this feels manufactured, this feels like outraged. Type 1 if you think this is outrage, if this is manufactured. Type 2 if you think, oh no, Cenk's being sincere. Type 1 if you think Cenk is actually manufactured. This is all manufactured. Type 2 if you think Cenk is being sincere about this. And the reason why I'm asking this, folks, from all of you, the reason why I am bringing this up with all of you is because here, shout out to good friend of the show, Jose Vega. Remember Jose? Cenk? Anyone who believes these schmucks who disrupted an AOC event are peace activists is so unbelievably gullible if you believe AOC supports nuclear war because Putin threatened one and she's opposed to him. You have serious cognitive disabilities. Those guys were 100% fake. But yet, hey, look, this video is pretty hilarious because even Anna Kasparian's like, Cenk, I don't believe your BS. Cenk is calling for, we need a rebellion. The squad are cheering for Biden. Hey, folks, we're going to have a rebellion. Fast forward for vote for Joe during the election. Here, it's only 33 seconds long, but I find it so hilarious.
Of any kind of real competition, and we want to pick a candidate that we already know, based on the polling, has an excellent chance of losing, all to make sure no progressives allowed. It's disgusting. If there isn't a rebellion over this and everybody just bows their head and no one does.
Who's going to rebel, Cenk? Who's going to rebel? Who's going to rebel?
Well, look.
Who's going to rebel, Cenk?
The squad?
Well, that's my question.
No,
that's
you're not going to rebel.
Right now.
it's like mom and dad arguing. It's here's the thing. I would almost compare this to maybe an eventual fight that Mika and Joe would have on Morning Joe. Because, look, again, even Anna's like, the squad's not going to rebel. I just find it funny.
If there isn't a rebellion over this and everybody just bows their head and no one does.
Who's going to rebel, Cenk? Who's going to rebel? Who's going to rebel?
Well, look.
Jimmy Dore, I hope you're seeing this, buddy. Because, again, it's all a crash. Jimmy Dore called it way back in 2016. Jimmy Dore was right. Jimmy Dore was correct. Here, one more time. Because you know what? I want to be an insufferable prick.
Look, no one does.
Who's going to rebel, Cenk? Who's going to rebel? Who's going to rebel?
Well, look.
Who's going to rebel?
Well, that's the issue.
The squad?
Well, that's my question.
No,
that's
you're not
my
going to
question.
rebel.
Right now, the squad is out there going, yay, Biden.
Yes, exactly. Here, again, one more time, because, hey, it's my show and I could do whatever I want.
No one does.
Who's going to rebel, Cenk? Who's going to rebel? Who's going to rebel?
Well, look.
Who's going to rebel?
Well, that's the issue.
The squad?
Well, but that's my question.
No,
That's
they're
my
not going to
question.
rebel.
Right
They're not
now,
gonna
this
They're not going to do it. Do you want to know what a rebellion looks like? Do you want to know what it looks like to really challenge power? Here, after sitting through TYT, all of you deserve a treat.
Congresswoman, none of this matters unless there's a nuclear war, which you voted to send arms and weapons to Ukraine. Tulsi Gabbard, she's left the Democratic Party because they're a bunch of war hawks. Okay? You originally voted, you ran as an outsider, yet you've been voting to start this war in Ukraine. You're voting to start a thermonuclear war with Russia and China. Why are you playing with the lives of American citizens? You're playing with our lives.
There will be no neighbors if there's a nuclear bomb. You voted to mobilize and send money to Ukrainian Nazis. You're a coward. You're a progressive socialist. Where are you against the war mobilization? He's telling the right truth. You have done nothing. Tulsi Gabbard has shown guts where you've shown cowardice. I believed in you, and you became the very thing you sought to fight against. That's what you've become. You are the establishment, and you are the reason why everybody will end up in a nuclear war unless you choose to stand up right now.
These are the same people that Cenk were saying were fake, frauds, grifters. And now you have the same Cenk Uygur and TYT saying, oh no, the Democrats are really screwing this up. Oh no, the squad are cheerleading for this failed politician of Joe Biden. Gee, Cenk, what's going on? Why all of a sudden the twist, the turn? Have the turntables finally turned on you? It's very interesting to see that.
And denounce the Democratic Party. Will you do that? Yes or no? Okay, simple. Are you going to stop nuclear war? Yes or no? There is no line because this is bullshit. None of this matters if we're all dead. None of it. You know that. Then let's take it up right now because this is the only thing that matters. This is the only thing that matters right now. We could be in a nuclear war at any minute and you continue to fund it. That's what's going on. Why not right now?
You are being rude and you're raising a ruckus, which is something I told people to do, but not really do.
You're the liar here. Nobody has held you accountable. That's what's happening. And it is time for you to stand up and realize that what you've been saying has been lies. Let your conscience come through for once.
So again, that's what it looks like to really raise a ruckus or to call for a rebellion or to stand against the establishment. That's what it really looks like, folks. And unfortunately, I think that we're going to see TYT put on this little mask of, oh, we got to be progressives and raise a ruckus. But how are you going to raise a ruckus when the very people you put into power, the squad most notably, don't even go on your show, won't even acknowledge you? How are you going to raise a ruckus when for years you were dismissing everyone in independent media that was saying all what you're saying right now? We've been saying this for years. Hell, we've been saying it since 2016 when Bernie Sanders willingly let the DNC screw him in the wazoo. This is utter hypocrisy from Cenk and Anna and the whole crew from TYT. What, you're upset that Biden's running again for re-election? You guys were going to bat for him because you had suffered from Trump derangement syndrome. If you had any integrity whatsoever, you wouldn't have taken that Katzenberg cash. You would have called out the fact that there was election fraud in 2016. You wouldn't have dismissed everyone in independent media that was calling out the establishment for what it is. So welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the entire show, Cenk and Anna. That's if you're being authentic, which I doubt you are. It's almost too little too late. Well, hell, it is too late. So you could do this little outrage as much as you want. Just remember this. It wasn't too long ago on your show, you were saying, oh, we could hold Hillary's feet to the fire and she can agree with us, and she lost. It wasn't too long ago where, again, you were saying, oh, we have no choice but to support Biden. We got to beat Trump. We could hold his feet to the fire and push him left. We got to keep our powder dry. Well, the powder is already gone. There's nobody left to really take you seriously at this point. So go ahead, Cenk. Put on this show. Put on this whole fake concern of, oh, you're concerned about Biden and how the Democrats can lose. And yeah, Biden has done nothing. Nothing has fundamentally changed. Cenk, TYT, those kids, they're still in cages. A lot of Trump's foreign and domestic policies still being implemented under the Biden-Harris administration. Way to play at being progressive. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the whole event. Brace yourselves, folks, and start setting your timers for when they'll say, we have no choice but to vote for Biden, and maybe this time we can really hold his feet to the fire. How's that working out, Cenk?